Hi, my Sunny Delicious fam. I hope you are all good. I don't want to waste your time. Let's get straight to it. So, today we are diving into some juicy details of Halle Bailey's recent breakup. If you haven't heard, the singer and actress who's been on our radar since her days in Chloe and Haley and her iconic role as Ariel on Little Mermaid is now navigating life as a young mother and a newly single famous young woman. But wait, before we dive into the drama, let's unpack what this means for her, for us, and for feminism. Yes, for feminism. We are serving up some real talk today. We are serving up some real talk today. Now, in the beginning, it seemed like the perfect love story. Cute couple with lots of social media, and of course, the baby news had everyone buzzing. But soon the whispers started. Friends and fans were warning her, Haley, girl, focus on career. Is this guy really the one? Stuff like that. And spoiler alert, she didn't listen. She did not listen, and here we are, left to dissect the aftermath of it all. So let's get into it. Let's get into it and what women should learn from this whole experience. You don't always have to experience things for yourself for you to learn. You can always learn with people's experiences, you know. So you know how it goes. Sometimes when you're in love, you can't see the forest for the trees. You can't. Haley's relationship started with a bang, boom. But there were signs that a fairy tale story wasn't so fairy tale like. Like there were signs. Let's dish. Let us dish. The moment the news broke that she was dating DDG. Social media erupted with the skepticism. This guy isn't good enough. That's what people were saying. She should be focusing on her career because people were just genuinely showing care for Haley, as people have always seen her to be so sweet, so calm, stuff like that. And you know what? They were onto something. Society often has a way of putting pressure on women, especially when it comes to choosing partners. It's like we are conditioned to be all about the hustle. But when it comes to love, it's like we have to settle. It's a super common thing for women to feel torn between their love lives and their aspirations. Haley's situation is a perfect example of that. It's a perfect example of that. Sure, love can be intoxicating, but at what cost, ladies? At what cost? Let's keep it real. Let's keep this real. Sometimes we get so swept up that we ignore these pesky red flags. I don't know why that happens, but it happens so much. And still, it's essential to recognize that the societal pressures that push women to prioritize relationships over personal growth. We need to to have those candid conversations about how to strike that balance because honey, it's not always so easy. But we need to learn about balancing our relationships and our aspirations because this thing of lack of knowledge of balancing this has women failing in so many ways. In so many ways. Now, let's talk about young motherhood. Haley is now a baby mama, and that comes with its own set of challenges. Imagine being in your early 20s, juggling a baby, a career, and the drama of a breakup. Talk about reality check. Talk about reality check. The societal expectations placed on young mothers can be downright so exhausting. There's this stigma that young mothers should know what they're doing and they should be grateful for every moment. Spoiler alert, it's not that easy. It's not that simple. It's not that simple. When you are young and suddenly responsible for a little human, it can feel so overwhelming. Haley now faces the reality of navigating parenthood in the public eye while trying to maintain her career. She's under a microscope right now, and every move she makes is scrutinized. It's it's oh my god, it's labeled however the people want to label it. It's like she's on display. We are all just watching her juggle the chaos of her reality. But let's also recognize the beauty of young motherhood. there's an there's an authenticity to growing up alongside your child, learning together and experiencing the world through these fresh eyes. Yet, we can't ignore the struggles like finances, career ambitions, and the pressure to be the perfect mom. Now, let's not forget that Haley had to deal with the fact that not everyone is supportive. Many people will whisper, "You're too young to have a baby. Shouldn't you be focusing on your career?" It's exhausting, right? It's so exhausting. And honestly, these judgments can weigh heavily on a woman's self esteem. They can weigh heavily on a woman's esteem. And I'm hoping that wherever she is through this breakup that's happening, she's not questioning her worth. She's not questioning herself, and she's not blaming herself for anything. I'm truly hoping that. So let's get into the juicy details of how relationships can impact our personal growth. We've all been there. We've all been there, falling hard for someone and suddenly putting our aspirations on the back burner. We've all been there because love is so dangerous. Love is dangerous. It's easy to lose sight of our goals when love comes. It's so easy, but we have to remember self love is the best kind of love. That's what women need to always remember and always keep in mind. I guess I'm guessing if that's how we will live, knowing these truths about the best kind of self love, the best kind of love being self love. If women knew that, then we would have saved ourselves from so much pain and sorrow in life. So Haley's relationship is a classic example of how love can really blur our vision. Sure, she was head over heels, but at what cost? At what cost? The moment she became a mother, her priorities shifted, and her career took a backseat, let's be honest. Women, when they face the dilemma of choosing between love and ambition, and this can lead to resentment down the line. This can this can lead to serious resentment down the line. So, talking about the autonomy for a second, women are often raised to prioritize relationships and nurture others before themselves. Mhm. We are expected to support our partner's dreams while sidelining our own. But girl, you have to stop that cycle. We have to stop that cycle, and it's time for us to reclaim the narrative. It's time for us to change this game. Haley's experience serves as a reminder that while relationships can be beautiful, we must always remain vigilant. Vigilant. We should always prioritize our growth, even in the face of love. Love should elevate us and not hold us back. We need to remind ourselves that our dreams deserve just as much attention as our relationships. That's what women need to learn. And this is something that men are mastering. This is something that men are mastering. Now, let's dive deep into the importance of sisterhood, where are the girls that are rallying around Hailey? Where's the support system that uplifts young mothers? Sisterhood is everything, especially during these tough times. Women should lift each other up, guys. We need to normalize lifting each other up. We need to do that for ourselves. We need to celebrate our successes and support one another through the lows and everything, the highs. But let's face it, sometimes it feels like we are competing against each other instead of uniting. And I don't know how we're gonna get over that, how we're gonna grow from that, but it's gonna take a very long time. Just recently, I published a video about internalized misogyny, and wow, through my research for that video, I noticed that wow, as women, we have a long way to go. We have a long way to go, which makes it not so easy for us to be each other's cheerleaders. So yeah. So when Haley faces all this criticism and challenges that come with being a young mother, she could just really use a solid support network. Think about how empowering it is if women constantly showed up for one another. Just think about it. Imagine a world where we are celebrating every single steps and our milestones, and no matter how big or small, we are celebrating each other. Imagine how powerful that world would be. Haley's journey illustrates how crucial it is for women to surround themselves with strong friends who'll always be there for you and not judge you or be so shallow about what you are currently facing in your life. Whether it's, I don't know, whether it's friends or your family or fellow, you just have a system that can make all the difference for you and make you feel at home. Make you feel at home when the people of this world you've met show you that you can't trust everyone with your body. We need to start fostering connections that empower us and remind us of our worth. Now, talking about feminism, what does Haley breakups mean for the broader conversation about women's autonomy? It's about time. It's about time we talk about these things, man. It's time to own our choices and define our paths. So ladies, feminism is all about empowering women to make decisions that align with their values and goals, regardless of societal expectations. Haley's experience is a wake up call. It's truly a wake up call. It's a reminder that while relationships can be fulfilling, they should never define us. They should never define us. We need to champion the idea that it's okay to put ourselves first. It's so much okay to put ourselves first, whether it's pursuing our dreams, focusing on our careers, or simply figuring out what we want in life. We deserve the space. We deserve the space. Now, let's break down the stigma surrounding single motherhood. There's this ridiculous notion that being a single mother somehow equates to failure. Who came up with that? Who came up with that? Newsflash. It's not. It is not. Haley's situation is proof that women can thrive and succeed regardless of their relationship status. It's about embracing our individuality and celebrating our choices. The feminist movement has always pushed for women to reclaim their narratives, and Haley's breakup is another opportunity to do just that. It's about owning our stories, learning from our experiences, and supporting one another in the process. So I'm just hoping that she learns from this experience instead of beating herself up. It's not her fault. It's never anyone's fault if relationships don't work out. It's not your fault, so you don't have to blame yourself or criticize yourself or question yourself as a mother. No, 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 don't do that to yourself. So what's next? what's next for Hailey? Let's dish on the silver linings. Let's let's just unpack, you know. Let's just unpack. Breakups can be so tough. They can be so tough. I can just imagine how tough they can be when there's a child involved. I can just imagine. But there are also opportunities for growth and self-discovery. So always keep in mind, always be optimistic. Now, Hailey has a chance to focus on herself, her career, and her child. It's time for reflection. She can figure out who she is outside of her past relationship, and that's powerful, ladies. That is powerful. Your past should not define you. You are not your past. So she can drive back to her music, explore acting opportunities and redefine her identity on her own terms. On her own terms. Let's be real. Let us be real. Her fans are here for it. Her fans are here for it. We want to see Hailey thrive and show the world what she's made of. And oh, child, we know what this girl is made of. We know that very well. So the thing that I want to say here is that it's never too late. It's really never too late to rediscover yourself, whether you are a young mother, a career woman, or just navigating a breakup. We all have the power to redefine our paths. We all have that within us. And at the end of the day, we are all just trying to navigate this wild ride of life, right? So Hailey Bailey's breakup reminds us of the complexities that comes with love, motherhood, and personal growth. It's about learning to prioritize ourselves and supporting one another through every twist and turn. So let's uplift each other, celebrate our victories, and have those important conversations we all are so yearning to have. We all have our journeys and they are valid no matter where we find ourselves. So let's keep it real and continue this discussion. Now it's your turn. I need you to tell me, what do you think about Hailey's journey? How do you navigate relationships, motherhood? Just spill the tea in the comments. Choose whatever question that you want to answer. How do you navigate relationships and motherhood? And about this whole Hailey Bailey and her baby daddy situation. What do you think of it? I want to know. I want to hear your voice. I want to hear your views down there at the comment section. And guys, toodles, have a good day. Thank you so much for watching and stay gracious, fantastic, and stay blessed. Toodles.